Welcome to the Finjan Show. I'm your host, Faris Alami. And this episode is brought to you by International Strategic Management, where we support organizations launching entrepreneurship activities like programs, training, mentorship in their local communities, usually in the underserved, underrepresented, or under-resourced communities, but of course, much broader in over 100 countries. Welcome, everyone. Today, one of the things that some of the people have been asking me to talk a little bit more about is the concept of never doubt, always question. I've used this line with many of the entrepreneurs I've worked with. And the reason I use it, because sometimes the entrepreneurs may tell me, first, I doubt if this will work, or I have a feeling that it might not work. Or I have a doubt about this, or I have a doubt about that. And what I've learned working with these awesome entrepreneurs is that really what you don't want to do is doubt. What you do want to do is ask questions. When you're having doubt, it makes you question the ability of doing something. But when you're having questions, it makes you look for solutions or seek for opportunities for you to make it, to figure it out, or to make it better, or to make it a way that you could think about it more strategically or in a critical fashion that potentially allows you to come up with a solution. So what I encourage you to do is, as you build your journey, as you continue your business, whether it's a startup or a scale, whether it's an idea stage or a sustainability stage, it doesn't really matter. It just matters that you don't need to be doubting the abilities of doing something or your ability to accomplishing something. What you do want to do is asking, what do I need to do to make that happen? How am I going to make that work? What do I need to do to make it work? Who do I need to be with me to make it work? These kinds of ideas could really help you think through the concept of never doubting, always questioning. It also allows you to have a little bit more confidence as you approach your work to really take it more seriously, right? Because when you're doubting, what happens is many times you're really just self-destructing. You may never get to the chance to really see anything comes through because you're doubting if it's going to work. You're doubting your ability. You're doubting your network. You're doubting your funding. You're doubting all these ideas and concepts. So as you continue to build your business from startup to scale up, please remember to always never doubt, always question. Let's take a break and we'll continue this discussion, and I'll share some more of the stories I've worked with entrepreneurs. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is the Finjan Show. I'm your host, Faris Alami. So never doubt, always question is what we want to talk about today. And I'll share some of the stories I've worked with entrepreneurs. Many times they usually start with, I'm doubting if I can do this, or I'm doubting if they will respond to my email, or I'm doubting if they will reply to my email, or I'm doubting if I can get the right team for this, or I'm doubting how big it's going to be. These are some of the things I've heard through my journey and many others. And I want to take each one of them and give you some examples of what you could ask in these scenarios. So rather than saying, I'm doubting if I could do this, ask yourself, what do I have to make it work? Right? That's the first question. And we can learn a lot from the Resilient Entrepreneur Canvas that we have obviously available online for you to download for free. So that's one way, right? So you can ask yourself, what do I have to make it work? Second question, what do I need to make it work? So maybe you're missing some things, maybe you are missing some abilities, maybe you are missing some skills, which is okay. No one is ever perfect. No one ever has it all when they first start. You just got to start somewhere, at least the individuals that I've worked with, right? At least you got to start somewhere. So ask that question of, what do I have to make it work? What do I have to at least launch? What do I have to start moving forward towards this ability of making it work? So rather than doubting whether I have the skills or whether I can do it or not, ask yourself, what do I need to make it work? What do I have to make it work? What am I missing to make it work? And start tackling them one at a time. What you don't want to do is overwhelm yourself with the big goal of being accomplished. And what you want to do is break it into, I call it small tactics, so therefore you could feel accomplished. So let's just use an example. I doubt if I can get someone to buy it. All right. Well, we all know that it takes about 100 calls roughly to get maybe 1 to 10 people to buy, assuming that you're talking to the right people. So let's just say you're going to have to talk to maybe 300 people. So then break it down. Say, you know what? I can't talk to 300 people one day. Maybe you can. Don't doubt. For now, question, what can I do on a daily basis with what I have to make the 300 calls happen? And in this scenario, you might be thinking about, you may be able to call every day 10 calls. Why 10 calls? Well, because you're working full-time job and you're trying to launch this business on the side. That's fine. So now set up a goal to say, all right, within the next 30 days, I'm going to call 10 people every day so I can get to see what's going to happen with my product or service. And then you might say, well, I can't do 10 calls a day. It's too much. All right, break it down. Then maybe you can say every 1 hour, I'm going to make one phone call and then I'm going to move on to something else. I'm going to dedicate 10 minutes every 1 hour. Or no, I'm going to dedicate 1 hour at the end of the day and I'm going to just make whatever number of calls I could make with that time. And then you could learn from that day within that 1 hour, how many calls did you really make? Did you make 2? Did you make 10? Did you make 50? And that gives you an idea of what to expect the next day and the next day and next day. So never doubt, always question, and start with what you have. Thank you for joining us today at the Finjan Show. I'm your host, Faris Alami. Until the next show, see you then.